Okay, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to talk about a health crisis that's pretty much hiding in plain sight, especially within the Latino community. And we're going to explore a truly groundbreaking solution that's not just rooted in science, but is actually powered by culture.
And it all starts with a moment that, so many of us can unfortunately relate to. That feeling when a shared memory just starts to fade. For a woman named Maria Elena, it's hearing her own mother falter over the words to a song they've always sung together. This really personal, kind of painful moment, it's really the doorway into a much, much bigger story.
And that's because Maria Elena's experience isn't unique at all. It's part of this quiet, but honestly devastating crisis that is hitting Latino families across the country particularly hard. I mean, the numbers here are they're stark. Latinos are 1.5 times more likely to develop Alzheimer's disease compared to non-Hispanic whites. And look, this isn't some small statistical blip. We're talking about a major health disparity here. And if you thought that was alarming, get this. Over the next 30 years, cases of Alzheimer's among Hispanic Americans are projected to increase by 900%. I mean, that's just staggering. It's the steepest rise of any ethnic group in the United States. So you have to ask, what on earth is going on here?
Well, experts are calling it a perfect storm, and you can really see why. You've got higher rates of chronic diseases like diabetes and hypertension, which are huge risk factors for dementia. Then you throw on top of that structural barriers in the healthcare system that often lead to delayed diagnoses. And a really heavy caregiving burden falls on the families, which creates this emotional and financial stress that's just absolutely crushing.
So, with the crisis this complex, it's so easy to feel like it's all inevitable, like the outcome is already written, especially if it runs in your family. But that brings us to a really, really important question we gotta ask.
And this is where the whole story just completely flips. We're pivoting from the problem to a powerful and honestly hopeful solution. Because modern science is giving us a totally new way to think about our health, and believe it or not, our heritage. And here it is. This is the big one. Your genes are not your destiny. I mean, just let that sink in. Even for those who carry high-risk genes for Alzheimer's, cognitive decline is not a done deal. That's revolutionary news.
This all comes from this incredible field of science called epigenetics, and the analogy here is just perfect. Think of it like this. Your DNA is the sheet music you're born with, right? Well, epigenetics is the musician. Your lifestyle, your environment, your culture, they're the musician. They decide which notes get played loud and proud and which ones kind of fade into the background.
And this is where things get really, really exciting for the Latino community. All those cultural pillars, the strong family bonds, the music, the dance, they're not just nice social traditions. Science is now showing us they can have a direct biological impact, actively influencing your genes in a protective way. So let's really zero in on one of those cultural pillars and see how modern science is basically validating this ancient wisdom. Yeah, we're talking about music.
Okay, so some really cutting-edge research out of MIT has pinpointed this one specific sound frequency, it's 40 hertz, that acts like a workout for your brain cells. And when your brain starts to sync up with this special gamma wave pattern, something pretty incredible starts to happen.
And I mean, the results are just stunning. We're not talking about small changes here. Studies are showing that just exposing the brain to this 40 hertz frequency can reduce amyloid deposits, those sticky plaques we associate with Alzheimer's, by a staggering 40 to 50% in just 1 week. That's a massive, massive impact from something as simple and non-invasive as sound.
Okay, so we've got this huge crisis on one hand and this amazing scientific breakthrough on the other. The big question is, how do you connect the two? How do you actually build a tool that works scientifically but also feels right culturally?
Well, this is it. It's called Resonancia. It's a therapeutic audio experience that embeds that critical 40 hertz frequency right into the music. And here's what's so important. It was created by a Latina jazz artist, Rachel Bickley, who drew from her own Mexican-American roots. So this is not some generic New Age wellness track. This is the real deal. It's culturally authentic.
So why does this work so well for Latino brains in particular? Well, it's because the music is just packed with these familiar sounds, flamenco rhythms, traditional percussion like congas and clave. Your brain instantly recognizes them. So they kind of bypass any cognitive resistance and just light up these deep memory and emotional centers in the brain, creating the absolute perfect state for the brain to heal and build new connections.
The tech behind it is actually pretty cool.
It's called binaural beats. You listen with headphones, and your left and right ears get slightly different frequencies. So your brain actually does the math. It synthesizes the difference between the two, and it creates that healing 40 hertz frequency inside your own head. Your brain isn't just a passive listener, it's an active participant.
All right, this all sounds amazing in a lab, but how does it actually fit into real life, right? Well, the beauty of it is just how simple it is. It's designed to just weave right into your daily routine.
So how do you make this a daily habit? It's really just 3 easy steps. A few minutes in the morning, while the coffee's brewing, to help clear out that overnight brain fog. A super quick 5-minute reset in the middle of the day instead of another cup of coffee. And then a nice wind down in the evening while you're prepping dinner. It's super accessible, it's easy, and you don't have to carve out some special time to do it.
And its use goes way, way beyond just a personal ritual. I mean, just think about it. You could play this during family get-togethers, strengthening bonds across generations. For caregivers, what a tool. It can help calm a loved one, but at the same time, it's giving cognitive protection to the carer too. It can even help students focus. It's really a tool for the entire community.
So what we're really looking at here is a fundamental shift in how we even think about brain health. We're moving away from these kind of generic one-size-fits-all solutions, and we're moving toward interventions that actually honor and use cultural identity as a key part of the therapy itself. So let's just end with this thought. For so long, we've been looking to sterile labs and clinics for all the answers. But what if the most powerful medicine we have has been with us the whole time? Woven into the songs we sing, the rhythms we dance to, and the bonds of our own heritage.